years ago, and I was working in the summertime with kids in this village in Newfoundland, a little outward village, and at the dances that the community had on Saturday night, the old people would sing unaccompanied. And I remember the first time I heard them, and I had never heard music sung like that, and yet as I stood and listened to them, I felt like it was something that I knew, something that I'd experienced before. And I felt right at home with it, and I was especially moved by it. And I think that was the same kind of experience that I've experienced as a performer playing Celtic music, where people will have a really profound reaction to it, be quite moved by it. And it's because it's in their genes, it's because it's in their souls. It's been passed down through generations and generations. A song might be 300 years old, it might be 1,000 years old. The melody may have come from one place and the words from another. And I think that's what makes Celtic music, Irish music especially, strong. It's music that I've played for a long, long time and never really done professionally, never done as a kind of a career thing. And the fellow that I work with encouraged me to record some of these songs, and the outcome was the CD that I recently released. We recorded it. I wanted to do it in a very simple style. I wanted it to reflect the tradition, the simplicity of the music. I made the arrangements around the guitar and voice, and added only a few other instruments, and I went to some people that I knew. A musician named Ken Whiteley, who is a drummer quite well. And I also worked with two musicians from Ireland, Loretta Reid and Brian Tahady. They were great because, I'm not from Ireland, I'm from Ontario, and my learning this tradition is somewhat secondhand. They're right from there, and so they brought a real unique and authentic feel to what we did. We recorded it very simply, just in an office, just in a room, with the kind of equipment that's available today. You don't really need to be in a big studio. We didn't spend a lot of money, we didn't spend a lot of time, and then it was mixed at a larger studio, and I put it out independently and been distributing it independently, and it's been well received, actually accessible to quite a few copies in this version.
I pass by her window and there's not a silver bird. Feel I myself my own eyes see, and the song he sang so sweet from the window, I felt the great peace coming over.
I haven't always been in the music business doing what I'm doing now. About 10 years ago, I was actually a pop musician. I had a record out in Canada that was called Moaning with the Children, and it eventually got made into a video, and then there was a record and it got released. And so for a brief period of time, I had the experience of being in the music business and having a video and all of that. And in those days, videos were quite new. Not like now where everybody's seen hundreds and hundreds of videos. In those days, videos had just sort of started out. I was nominated for Juno as most promising male vocalist. One of the challenges of putting out any kind of musical product, as it's called, is finding ways for people to actually buy it. And unless you're hooked into a large record company, that can be a pretty daunting task. The music industry doesn't pay any attention to you until you've actually done something, until you've sold some records.
Will you go to the Highlands, Lizzie Lindsay? Will you go to the Highlands with me? Will you go to the Highlands, Lizzie Lindsay? My darling and my wife to be.
I don't always play by myself, and in fact, I prefer not to. We started out because we got asked to play at a wedding, and I think we had 1 or 2 rehearsals, and then we played at that wedding, and we got asked to play at another wedding. And from there, we've kind of gone forward, learning more and more of the repertoire, and getting, I think, a little bit better. We do it mostly for fun, and what we found is that a lot of other people like that music. We played in all kinds of circumstances and situations. We don't really try to plan them. With Joyce's Follies, was that initially it was just an instrumental group, and we had only learned a certain number of tunes, and we were playing at a wedding, and we ran out of tunes. I decided on the spur of the moment that I'd start to sing. People were dancing, and it sort of added a dimension to the band. So a lot of the stuff that I do on Tangleheart, and actually some other stuff we do with Joyce's Follies, but we try to mix it up so there's instrumental music. The Irish fiddle tunes are really quite wonderful. We have in the band we have a fiddle player, penny whistle player, I play guitar and mandolin, and we have a fellow who plays the Irish bodhrán, it's a drum. Interestingly enough, our fiddle player is from Russia, and the only really Celtic music has sort of fallen into this world music category in a sense. And then that's part of it, and the other part of it is I think that Celtic music has always been there in this culture. It's always been a part of what people know. The first song I ever learned was Greensleeves, and I learned that song when I was about 4 years old. That's a song which is centuries old. So, in a sense, I don't think the music has really never been popular. I think what's happened now is that the music industry has discovered it and has found ways of making it even more mainstream.
Alas, my love, you do me wrong, to cast me off discourteously, and I have loved you so long, delighting in your company.